Good evening and welcome to another Atari 8-bit gameplay video. Now, this evening I got on a roll with Asteroids games for the Atari line of home computers, and the third and final one for tonight, and I think possibly the final one. There's probably some Asteroid clones floating around out there, but they don't have the name Asteroids, so I haven't picked up on them yet. This one is really interesting. When I fired this up, and I had a quick game of it right before starting making this video, I did do a quick search and found this individual, Norbert Kehrer's. It's probably not how you pronounce that. I think he's German. Anyway, I found his web page. It's called Norbert's Emulators, and I'll put a link to it in the video description. So I didn't actually try the URL that's showing on the screen here, nor did I email him. I guess you could do that if you were interested. What this is, though, is, as you can see on the text rolling by on the screen, is he has written an emulator of the original arcade machine, which runs on the Atari 6502 microprocessor. He wrote this, or at least entered it into the ABBUC Software Contest in 2012. According to his webpage, he placed third. But this is just, it's astonishing. What you're doing when you play this is you are playing Asteroids, the arcade version of Asteroids. The first thing this game does when it starts up is loads the arcade machine's ROMs, which contain the code run by the arcade processor, which I do not actually know what that was. Something obviously a little simpler than the 6502, I imagine, or slower, or both. Anyway, let's have a go here. The game, Norbert makes it freely available, but you have to acquire your own game ROMs. Now, that's not hard to do, and I'm not going to give any instructions on how to do that now, but anybody armed with a search engine, and he even gives the names of the ROMs that you're looking for. You can pull them out of, if you have MAME ROMs or anything, any source for getting those should allow you to fill your boots. You can even find discs which are pre-made with this program that include the ROMs. Norbert isn't distributing those himself, but they're out there. So let's go. 1979 Atari Inc. Norbert Kehrer, ABBUC, high score table. Interesting. Okay, so here we are. And obviously we don't have a vector display here, so the graphics are chunkier, but the sound effects are pretty much spot on. The background beeping noise, which slowly increases in speed as you clear the playfield of Asteroids, is there. The explosion of your ship where it falls into pieces, which then gradually disappears, there. The screen aspect ratio is correct. I expect a UFO should pop up anytime now. There we go. Ooh, that was lucky. This is identical. Well, unsurprisingly, this is identical to the arcade. Now, one thing that occurs to me just as I'm watching this run is this might even be faster than the arcade. Being in Germany, I'm assuming he's in Germany since his URL was .de, which is Germany's top level domain. This might actually be running, because I'm running it on an NTSC version, or NTSC machine, North American machine. It's running at 60 hertz instead of 50. I'd have to double check that. I assume Germany's on the 50 hertz. Television standard, like UK is, for example, or was back in the day. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. Couldn't tell you. I doubt it. But when television was broadcast in analog form, the refresh rate of your screens mattered, and it actually, I think, matches the frequency of the power AC power distribution in your country, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, what do we do here? Oh, push hyperspace. Oh, what is hyperspace on this? Forgot about that. Too busy thinking about my initials and failing to do that. Anyway, really, really interesting. No, not spacebar. What is hyperspace? Huh. I don't know what is hyperspace. I happen to have his webpage up here, so perhaps I can quickly determine that while I entertain you with my sparkling commentary. Have fun. Note that you need to supply your own ROMs. Talks about emulation. Atari's custom-made video hardware, the digital vector generator. Sound effects were not produced by a standard sound chip, but were implemented with special circuitry for each effect. Interesting. Okay, I guess I wasn't really aware of that. How do you play the game? Quick start. Huh, I do not know how to press hyperspace. Alright, well, I may have to reset that if I'm going to have another go. What else could I try here? Spacebar, escape. No. No idea. H. Nothing obvious. I just ran through all the letters. You could probably hear me hammering the keys there as I went through every letter on the keyboard. Those are the numbers. Could it be? Oh, okay, I just started another game there. Oh, that's a two-player game. Let's reset that. Oh, it's going to load from disk. That's the only weird thing that I haven't been able to figure out is what is hyperspace so that you can put an entry in the high score table. Let's have a look here. He describes it. Select your language. Norbert. Press fire and have fun. Control. Oh, here we go. Left, right, up, thrust, down. Down on the joystick. Alrighty then. That, I guess, should have been something that occurred to me. It did not, however. I don't know if I tried that in gameplay. I don't know that I did. Alright, let's give it another go. It's super good. How do we... There we go. There we go. You know what I should maybe do is... never mind. It's not important. I was going to set it to 50, emulate a 50 hertz machine, but it's not important. Let's hyperspace and susplode as we do it, because that was the outcome a lot of the time when you hyperspace. When you pushed the hyperspace button in the arcade, it moved you out of the immediate danger, but you had a pretty high chance, I'd say at least 50% chance of your ship exploding when you emerge from hyperspace, illuminating the dangers of hyperspace for all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is playing faster than the arcade. Hyperspace, hey, we made it. Hyperspace, hyperspace. Oh, we survived 3 hyperspace or 4 hyperspace journeys. Interesting. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Look at those asteroids. Oh, there's a little bit of slowdown if you get enough shots fired, but that's a pretty minor criticism for such an astonishing accomplishment here. And perhaps in the 50 hertz emulation that wasn't an issue because, you know, there was a little more time to process things between the vertical blanks. You had an extra 10 cycles a second of video, or that wasn't dedicated to dumping video out to the screen. So although I am a technical person, I was never a programmer of these things, so I don't know that I fully grasp that. I shouldn't say I was never a programmer of these things, but I was never a sophisticated programmer of these things. I did write some basic programs when I was a teenager, nothing too stunning, but had some fun with that. Would have liked to learn how to code in machine language, but I did not. I've thought about tackling 6502 assembly as an adult. Never gotten around to it. Of course, all the resources now for learning that are freely available, whereas back in the day you would have had to buy or probably buy books or order books, and maybe your library would stock some, but I'd be a little surprised if there was much of that going on. Yeah, look at those things go. I'm pretty sure that's faster. See if we can get the deadly shots on those little UFOs. That was one of the annoying things in the arcade. Of course, arcade games were designed to consume quarters or dimes or whatever it was back in that time. Most of my remembrances revolved around quarters, which is obviously, compared to today, a tremendous amount of money. Quarter doesn't hold much value anymore. I don't know what you can buy for a quarter. A small piece of candy maybe. Alright, wow, this is, when you sit here and look at this go, it is really something. I was not aware this existed, and I am very impressed. I saw Norbert had some other things that he's coded on his homepage that I haven't taken a look at yet, but I'm sure I will surely take a look, see if I can manage to get my initials entered now that I know how to do that. Alright, whoop. Soon I will be on the high score table. Oh, but not on the top of the high score table. Norbert holds that honor with a little over 20,000. Where am I? Ooh, second from the bottom. Alright. Excellent. Really good. Highly recommended. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this one. This will also wrap up my little Asteroids series here, which wasn't necessarily my intention to record these all back to back, but it's done now, so that's great. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.